What up, peeps? MatrixNative here. Tonight's video, we're going to do a loadout, but on a side note, I just want to let everybody know that I don't play one specific game just like I don't edit one type of specific video. Would I have more subs if I did? Absolutely. There's no question, but there's this thing that I believe in, which is called being true to yourself and not selling out just to make money, so to speak. Now, I'm not saying that money is a bad thing. Hell, I love money. But the thing is, I feel like if you stay true to yourself, the money will come. And really, that's all I got to say about that. So, getting on with today's build. Today's build is going to be a Cavalry Scout. And a lot of people don't even know what a Cav Scout exactly is. Its official title is a Cavalry Reconnaissance Scout. Reconnaissance being the key word there. I actually went through my basic. Like I said, it was my first job in the military. I went to basic AIT, went to airborne school from AIT, and then I actually had the opportunity to go to Air Assault School at Fort Campbell. Obviously, my airborne school was at Fort Benning. So, I was attached then to the 3rd Cavalry, and at the time was at Fort Bliss in El Paso, Texas. From there, I was detached out, actually, to a Rasta Squadron, which is basically RSTA Squadron, Recon, Surveillance, and Target Acquisition, and it was a great time. But again, you can also find yourself in the Armored Cavalry as a Reconnaissance Scout, meaning you'll be in, Bradley fighting vehicles, Humvees. Hell, you might even find yourself on a KZ-250 raising hell on a freaking dirt bike. I mean, the Cavalry Scout to me is one of the most versatile jobs absolutely in the military, and it's great. When they mentioned it to me, I was like, I was thinking back to the old movies, with the cavalry scouts, fighting Indians and shit. I'm part Indian, man. I ain't trying to go out and slaughter natives. My peeps, it's nothing like it used to be, obviously, and it's actually a great job. And like I said, you can find yourself in a armored division, attached to an armored division. You can find yourself in a cavalry troop. You can find yourself in a headquarters platoon of a entire infantry battalion, and basically you're the colonel's little babies. You take choppers, you go airborne, you go jumps, you go fast roping. It is really a great MOS, and like I said, it was my first job before I got my slot in RIP. So with that being said, let's get on with the build. I know this was a long intro. Anyways, enjoy, my peeps. Okay, my peeps, so as usual, go ahead and hit your back button or select button, however you want to call it. Go into your loadout, appearance. Okay, starting out with the head, as usual. No facial hair for this load, my peeps, none at all. Again, scouts, if you're in a troop or company or what have you, squadron, they don't play that, so no facial hair. I got my Warhawk. Obviously color brown and an eye scar. Of course, that's all optional. Body details, we'll go ahead and get into this. Eye black. If you've watched most of my videos, I love the eye black, even if I got a painted face. When I was deployed, I'd always have my eye black on. On the right, Santa Maria. On the left, today I'll be donning the battle flag and eagle. However, it really doesn't matter because you will not see your tattoos anyway. Getting on with the clothes, my peeps. For this build, obviously, we're going with the Cry Combat shirt. We're going to go ahead and put that in the Multicam Madrid number 5. Vest, we're going to go with the 511 VTech LBE load bearing equipment, RLC load carrying equipment, or from the UK, a kit. So we'll be putting that in the number 14 chocolate chip, remembering that there is also a DCU, which is commonly referred to as a chocolate chip. However, there are two different camos in this game. If you've noticed, there's a DCU and the chocolate chip. So we're going to go ahead and throw on the chocolate chip with the 511 VTech LBE tactical vest. Pants. This is probably, I believe this is the first time that we've used the Cry Precision Combat as far as gearing them up on the pants. I'm liking these. And more specifically, they really, fit this build. And we're going to go ahead and match those up with the shirts, the Multicam Madrid. I must say that the Multicam Madrid, I'm really liking this camo pattern. All right, my peeps. So Cry Precision Combat pants in the number 5 Multicam Madrid. Footwear, we're going to go ahead and throw on the hiking boots for this build, and we're going to put those in Coyote Brown. Ghillie suit, obviously none this time around. Accessories. Okay, my peeps. So for the accessories, for the sunglasses, as everyone knows, what I wore when I was deployed was a variant of the Oakley Sierra India straight jacket fire, right? However, as you know, off my sniper build, off my Marine Corps Force Recon sniper build, who it is them, right? I equip for this build, I'm going to equip the SI ballistic M frames for the simple fact that you can put different lenses and frames on them. And I'm going to go with the number 2 matte black clear. I just think that it definitely fits this build a little better than any of the others, and that's just what I prefer. Of course, again, this is optional. Okay, face wear, we're going to go with the Shemagh, and we're going to go ahead and put that in white, my peeps. I wasn't going to go with one, but every scout I knew that did reconnaissance always wore one, so we're going to go ahead and throw that on, that bad boy on white. Okay, headwear. Now, my peeps, I know maybe some of you would have a question on this. However, if you're an armored cavalry scout, and I might just make a build for the armored cav scout. However, when I was detached out to Rasta, I would say 60% of the time I would have the boonie hat on, right? But you know, if you want to, what really could fit this build as well is the carbon high cut brain bucket. You know, I think it looks just as good. And then put that in the chocolate chip as well. That's what you'd want to put in if you had the carbon high cut helmet. But as I stated, this is not necessarily an armored cavalry build, Cav Scout build. This is basically, you know, a Cav Scout just overall, because trust me, Cav Scouts, armored Cav Scouts definitely got their boonie hats in their rucksacks. You can believe that. And like I said, I wore 60% of the time, if I didn't have my flight helmet on, if I was ever on reconnaissance, then I would definitely put the boonie cap on. So with that being said, that's what we're going to go with, the boonie cap, and we're going to put that in the number 16 ADR1. Headsets, we're going to go with the earpiece for really just the reason that you can't equip anything else when you have the boonie hat on, and we're going to put that in black. The handwear, obviously we're going with the Oakley pilots, and if you don't know my stance on that, check out another video, but if you follow me, you know I love my Oakley pilots, and we will go ahead and equip the number 5 Sandstorm for the rucksacks. We're going to go ahead and go with the drone rucksack. And we're going to put that in the chocolate chip as well to match basically our LBE. Now, one thing I will say about this is, for the life of me, I don't understand. Okay, there's our Shemagh. Now, obviously, this is a bandana on the back of our rucksack, right? And for the life of me, I do not understand why they make you, you know, equip the white and black bandana. To me, it just doesn't make a bit of sense. However, you know, this is probably what, on a reconnaissance mission, you would definitely have a drone. So I'm going to stay true to the build, even though I wish that you could, in fact, switch out your camo on the bandana that's wrapped around your drone. So again, to recap, drone in the chocolate chip, my peeps. And patches, of course, I think the U.S. flag would look pretty hooah. The silhouetted U.S. flag would look really, really sweet. However, we're going to stay with my personal patch and the Romeo 9. Let's roll, my peeps. Okay, from there, my peeps, we're going to go ahead and get back into our weapons. Primary weapon, as always, of course, again, I like to use weapons that have been battle tested, and if you're going to be in the United States Army, this is your primary weapon. Now, some units still carry the M16. However, scouts, we roll with the M4, just like SF, just like most your SEALs, just like the Rangers. So we're going to go with the M4. Let's go ahead and get the paint presets. As everyone knows also, this is one of my favorite camos, without question, in this game, the dead leaves. So go ahead and equip your dead leaves. We'll go to parts. We're going to go ahead and silhouette, subdue, shadow, blacken out, however you want to call it. You're going to black out pretty much basically you're going to black out all the attachments on your weapon. So stock buttstock, stock butt stock. We're going to go ahead and put that in black. Scope. This is optional, of course. Just make sure you put it in black, but I'm going to go with my favorite scope, actually. There's not one of them. It is my favorite scope, the panoramic sight. I also like how you can depress right on your D-pad and basically get a new sight aperture within inside the lens of the panoramic sight. I hope you know what I'm saying. I really do. So we're going to go ahead and put that in black too, my peeps. Trigger, we're going to go with the full auto semi. Magazine, large cap, 50 rounds, freaking Widowmaker right there, my peeps. This thing, oh my God, 50 rounds downrange. That is just incredible. And they make it in real life. However, if you got the 20 or the 30, go ahead and select that. Put it in black. If you're using the 20, just make sure that you're easy on the trigger finger because those rounds will go fast. Underbarrel, of course, the M203. Freaking 40 by 46 millimeters. Sorry about that. This, again, I carried this religiously when I was deployed, and I just think, you know, it's just a barrel of kick-ass, to be honest. So we're going to go ahead and equip the 203 because you never know when you need a longer shot on target that, you know, you just can't chunk a grenade that far. At least I can't. If you can chunk one 150 to, you know, 400 meters, well, by golly, you should be a pitcher in the major leagues. So we're going to go ahead and put that in black, my peeps. Rail, of course, go with the rangefinder. I know you guys get sick of me bitching about how you can't turn off a laser sight, but it is what it is. If you want to be realistic with the game, make the game realistic. And we're going to go ahead and put that in black, my friends. Barrel, we're going to go with the long barrel for this loadout because we are reconnaissance scouts. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I never mentioned this. That is the scout war cry. Yeah. You know, Army through and through's got HUA, even though really, before the Army, here's a little factoid for you. Before the Army, the HUA war cry actually originated from Airborne, right? Airborne came up with HUA, and they'll also say Airborne, and then once the Armies basically took our Black Berets from us, meaning the Rangers, they basically also adapted the HUA war cry, and now it's just so overused, you know. It's really pathetic, to be honest with you. Like, you know, they don't even know how to say it, you know, because when you say the war cry HUA, it's HUA, you know, it's HUA, not HUA. You know, it just drives me nuts. But in the cab, baby, it's yeah, scouts out, scouts out, baby. You know what I'm talking about if you're a scout viewing this. And I love you, by the way. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and clip that in black because again we are reconnaissance and we will not be kicking in many doors as a scout as far as a reconnaissance mission. So we're going to go ahead, equip the long barrel and throw that in black. Muzzle, let's see if I can say it. We're going to go with the stock muzzle, the butt stock muzzle. Yeah, we're going to go with the stock muzzle there. As always, we're going to equip it in the camo of your body. So we're going to, of the body of your weapon. So we're going to go ahead and put that bad boy in dead leaves. We're going to put the suppressor in dead leaves. But as always, go ahead and equip the muzzle on your rifle, and that will do it for our primary, my peeps. Again, I just can't really say enough about the M4. There might be more weapons that are more powerful and might have better attributes, but like I said, I'm going what I carried and what I know is true and tried and battle tested, and believe you me, it is this M4 with a 203 attachment. So that being said, we'll go ahead and go to our secondary here. Now my peeps, again, at least that I know, sniper rifles, basically you're going to go with your M40. However, this being one of the badass freaking, to me, the absolute best sniper rifle in the game, and point of fact that you can carry it if you're in certain units in the military, we're going to go ahead and equip that. Again, we're going to go into our paint presets. Again, best camo to me in the game is dead leaves. We're going to go ahead and equip that. You're going to go into your parts. One of the downsides of this is actually the magazine. There is no extended round. You can only carry 5 rounds, which I believe they should have a 10 round. I'm pretty sure they make a clip in a 10 round. However, for this game, 5 rounds, so make sure your shots get on target. And we're going to go ahead and put that in black. The scope, one of my favorite scopes is the T5 X-Ray India Tactical, the T5 XI Tactical. I think it's by far one of the best scopes in this game, okay? However, there is another scope that I like, which is the Golf 28, only because you can switch that bad boy from the upstack, and you can actually have a red dot scope as well. But for this build, we're going to go with the T5 X-Ray India and equip that in black. Trigger, only one thing we can do with the trigger assembly, and put that in semi-auto. Magazine, we already covered that, 5 rounds in black. We will be definitely equipping the long barrel. I don't even know why you would equip a standard barrel if you have it open for this weapon. It would make no sense to me. So, and it doesn't matter if you're Recon door kicking. First off, if you're going to door kick, you're probably not going to be carrying a sniper rifle to begin with. So, with that being said, long barrel, we'll go ahead and put that in black, my peeps. Muzzle, again, stock muzzle in the dead leaves. And then our suppressor also in the dead leaves, but we will be equipping the stock muzzle and switching to suppressor as tactical awareness dictates. So I just want to go over one other thing too before we clear out of here. Again, I am not even gonna hate and say that it would be a bad choice to go ahead and equip this bad boy right here, the MK14. Again, this is one of the best weapons in my opinion, the sniper rifle. I actually carried the MK14 quite a bit when I was attached out to Rasta. I really love this sniper rifle. It also, as you've heard me say before, doubles as an assault rifle. And as you can see here, we'll go ahead and go into parts. We'll go into the scope. And as you can see, excuse me, as you can see, I have the G28 equipped for the simple fact that if you do need to use it as an assault rifle, you can actually switch up and on the top stack, which is a red dot sight. And then if you go to the bottom stack, you still have the badass 5x scope. So I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to go into this build, just equip it like the sniper rifle, the HTI or the M4 that you got slung on this build, because I'm telling you guys, I am not even going to hate you. It's got 20 rounds. It doesn't have the range as the HTI, and that's more specifically the reason I'm not carrying it on this build, my peeps. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and our handgun, here's something. Here is something, my peeps. I actually did unlock the M1911 the other night. For some reason, I got booted out of the server. It was my server. Basically, the server crashed. And as you can see, I actually didn't unlock it. And I am not going to even try to buy the pistol loadout in the store, because I feel like, you guys know that I buy some things out of the store. However, for this, I just want to open it specifically and not spend the money to open anything else. So, if you have the M1911, definitely equip it. 45 Colt Commander, let's freaking go. If you don't have it open, let's just go ahead and rock the P227. Even though we're Cavalry Scouts, it's not even like it used to be in some of the older movies you see where we go out and slaughter Indians and stuff. It has nothing to do with that anymore. So we're going to go with the Papa 227. It is a 9mm chambered, 15 in the clip, 1 in the pipe, so you go out there with 16 rounds. Okay, down here, as you see, I don't even have any of these open, but the reason, let me also explain the reason that I haven't opened these is because within my unit, within my team, within my group on this game, my job is specific, and it does not include mines, C4, the division lure, or the flash grenade, diversion lure, sorry about that, or the flash grenade. But the flash grenade I do want to unlock, I'll be honest with you, but it's basically frag grenades. I've got only 2 right now. I think you can equip 3, however. Getting on with it, frag grenade, and of course always have my flare gun, because half the time I do not play with my mini-map. My peeps, that's the loadout today. I really hope you enjoy it. Again, Cavalry Scout, to all my scouts out there, oh yeah! And I love you all. To me, it doesn't get as much recognition as a Ranger, SF, SEAL, PJ, but let me tell you, man, we are just as bad as them. And the point of fact is, we are so much more versatile as a weapon for the colonel to use. And if you are a scout and you were ever in a headquarters platoon in an infantry battalion or company, please, please, please comment so everybody knows that I'm speaking the truth. We do just as much, if not more, than the Rangers as far as mission specifics. We could be on top of a mountain, you know, on an OP, you know, observation post, or, you know, we could be in a M113, so to speak, with the 50 cal. We could be in the Bradley fighting vehicle, and like I said in the intro, I've known scouts that actually get on KZ250s, basically like this freaking dirt bike right here, and go out and do recon on a motorcycle. Okay, yeah, that sucks if you're catching some rounds, but I'm telling you, it's possible. Again, my peeps, the MOS for this is 19 Delta, so if you're interested in it, you can hit me up in the comments, my email, or whichever. If you got questions about it, just let me know, and I'll let you know. Because, again, my first hitch in the Army, I was, in fact, and so proud of being a United States Cavalry Scout. So with that being said, my peeps, you know what to do. Have an amazing day today, an amazing day tomorrow. I really hope yesterday was amazing for you. And please tell all your friends about my channel. Go ahead and snipe the like, snipe the sub, my peeps, because that's how we roll.
Dreaming big, town is small, and it's going down. All I need is a microphone, I'm headed for the crown, y'all. Call me whack, call me weak, they'll never blow. Memphis bleak, they know like the radio that Henderson was meant to speak. I'm on these tracks, just like Thomas, I'm the truth, just being honest. Y'all a bunch of Martin and Anthony's, yeah, that's prima donnas. Wayne Brady, they know the deal. Henderson just